Hi, Fred here for another Tuesday Tent Talk. And today we're going to talk about some of the progression and some of the things that I think we've done here at Fred's Tents to change the industry through the years of what we've come up with. It's sort of a timeline of different things that we've done. So as we go through them, I'll talk about the years that I think we did them. So let's get started. So back in 2000, early on when we were doing a lot of repairs and making our own tents, we noticed that a lot of rust in tents. People were washing tents more often, and there was a lot of rust stains on the tent top. So we made a commitment in 2000 to make everything that we put into the tent tops out of stainless, if we could get it and it made sense and we could make it, which we're probably 95% there. There's very few. Some walls still have some unique parts, either in plastic or stainless. A few of them we still can only get nickel plated, but in 2000 we made a commitment that no nickel plated hardware was in it, and I think a lot of the other manufacturers and a lot of the people in the industry really respected that and appreciate that we moved over to that stainless. So all the hardware and the tent tops, the pole top plates, everything was made out of stainless steel in 2000. We made a commitment to it. And then the next thing that we did that really changed the industry, and some of these topics you guys may have known, maybe you forgot about them, but I'd just like to point out some of the differences that make us a little bit different than some of the other manufacturers and what sort of quality we put into the product. So early on, we used to make a lot of windows, and this window that's in a lot of tents, the cathedral window or a regular window, okay? So we all know this window here, okay? We originally, when we first started making these, the industry was silk screening these. So there was two ways to make it. You would either silk screen the mullions or the grids onto the window, or you would actually glue or weld a white strip of vinyl to make the dividers up. So what I did is I came up with a way to make this because during washing and when you buffed the wall, the silk screen would rub off. So what we did is we actually still printed this window, and we took two 8mm pieces of clear and I laminated it or encapsulated the grid. So if you feel the print on this side or this side, you can't feel it because it's inside the middle and it won't rub off. So we encapsulated the grids. We came up with this probably in the early 2000s, and it's pretty much changed the industry. Pretty much everybody has encapsulated windows now, and it really just makes a lot better window. And if not, they probably would just take their welding machine and weld in the grid. So that's really how the industry is making their dividers in their windows now, either using this encapsulated process, or we would use vinyl and weld in the grids of the window. So another idea that I think has really caught on and a lot of people are doing. And then the next thing I did, as the industry really changed a little bit and we started doing, the customers required a different looking frame. They were sort of tired of that old industrial aluminum look. And I had come up with, probably over 15 years ago, we came out with that sailcloth, and we wanted to have an aluminum pole, but we wanted it to look like wood. So we came up with this wood grain. This is our cherry finish. This is our most popular. We probably do more jobs in cherry wood finish than all other manufacturers combined. We do this in semi-loads. We were the first to bring it to the market. We do it in pine. We do it in walnut. I've done it in washed out wood, like oxidized pine wood. So a lot of different colors. We have a lot of different options. This year in 2023, a lot of black frames. That black with clear top seems to be really popular this year. But we were the first to introduce the wood grain. what a different look it really is given to the industry with that wood or adding a colorant or another element. You know, we've changed fabrics and color in the fabric, but nobody prior to that really had addressed the frame as this big aluminum foil sort of piece structure that holds the fabric up, and applied color or a wood grain to it. So we were the first to bring that. It's been very successful for us. A lot of other people are doing it now, but another idea that I feel that Fred's has brought to the market and made us a little bit unique on that aspect of it. The next piece that I'd like to talk to you about was pretty neat, and it was a lot bigger undertaking than I had thought it was going to be. It ended up during the middle of COVID in 2019. We made a commitment to everything in our catalog was going to be engineered. So we'd have an engineered document stamped by a professional engineer and a ballast calculation if you wanted to ballast your tent. So we went through, took our whole catalog, did it. We thought we were going to get it done in a year. It ended up during COVID, took 3 years to do it, but we have successfully finished it. It's the master engineered book, which any tent that we sell will have an engineering drawing with a stamped and a ballast calculation in the drawing in the master book. So we do have those for you. Did finally get it completed here in late 2022. And then now we're to 2023. So it's March of 2023. We just came back from ARA, and one of our big things that we had put out this year in 2023 at ARA, and we're excited to do, we are the first manufacturer to do 100% commitment on top fabrics. So center peaks, framing cables, pole tents, still waters, keeter tops, any top fabric, we are automatically putting in an RFID. What does that do for me if I have a machine to read the RFID tag, or if I go in the future? So at some point, I think you guys have always come to us and said, how do we save labor? What can we do? Make the tents easier, faster, modular. So this is one way that I think that we can save you labor, as far as sending the people down in the warehouse to try to find a particular mid or a particular section of a tent. It's a great way to inventory your product. It's a great way to check it when you take it down in the field and see if it's clean or dirty. So what it is, looks like a little piece of Trident gum. It's an RFID tag. The tag does not have a battery in it. It actually takes the energy from the reader, energizes it, and sends a signal back to the gun, and it will tell you, or the reader would send you the signal and tell you what piece it is. What we've got, these are 10 tags in each little pouch. We've done it a couple different ways. You can either glue these on or sew it on your old inventory. If you have new inventory and you're making them, if you want to just buy the tags, we weld this right next to the tag. So what this is an RFID reader tag that will tell you what piece it is. You'll put it into your software system. It's a 40 by 20 foot end. You'll take the reader, hold it up to it, read it, and it will read back that this is the right piece. I'm looking for a 40 wide mid, not a 30 wide mid. It's in the wrong bag. It's going to tell you. So it'll help you save time. We don't sell the guns. We sell the tags, the readers, I should say. We've partnered up with Easy RFID Pro, Darren, which has done a lot of research. We started probably 4 or 5 years ago with them. We weren't happy with the tags, how they were reading in the bag. They have worked on the tag, worked on the readers, and they've gotten a lot better, and we were happy. We finally made a commitment, and I think it's a game changer. I think you'll see the other manufacturers make a commitment or put it in it. Now, the one nice thing about the reader is that it doesn't have, or the chip doesn't have that battery. So we're putting it in it. You have your inventory, and say financially I just can't swing to get the reader in 2023. It's going to be 2024 or 2026. It's going to be a couple of years. These tags usually last between 7 and 10 years. So at that point, when you make that commitment to step over and go to a reader, that inventory that you've already bought from Fred's will have that tag in it, and you'll be all set, ready to go. So in the weeks to come, I'm going to do another TTT on how to weld or sew these in, how the reader will work, and some more information to come on the RFID tags. So hopefully you got a good grasp of what we've done through the years, the last 30 or so years, what we have done to put our little spot on the tent industry. So hopefully that helps. And for Fred at Fred's Tents, here's another Tuesday Tent Talk, and we'll see you next week.